All right, so Joe, like tell me about, where you were at before we met and, just talk to me about your situation before you joined the program.
Okay, cool. So when well, where I was before, I was already running a digital marketing agency, but we'd found that we're running like a few different separate components, and paid ads always interested me because it's more the speed. It's a approach where you can have that pace and full control over it. Whereas with SEO, you've got to pretty much put the net out there and hope it works, if that makes sense. So we were
Mm.
seeing success with SEO, but telling a client 6 to 8 months down the line they start seeing results makes the sell a bit harder. Whereas within 30 days, it's obviously a lot better, easier sell. But yeah, so where I was doing a lot of different things, all self-taught. I was looking at doing paid ads. It was something that I wanted to add to my bow, well, yeah. And then came across, I've invested a lot in myself in different forms of education. But I wanted someone who was authentic and was actually doing what they were doing. So a big goal of mine was to go traveling and work while I was traveling, and I actually did that this year. So yeah, I was in Southeast Asia, and yeah, no, everything's real good. And again, I really respect how genuine Jamie is. Um, and how there's no fluff, it's just genuine real results and what he's learned himself. So yeah, I really respect that.
Nice. So you started out like, doing SEO and web design as a service, right?
Yeah, so we were doing SEO, custom web design. My sort of goals have always been evolving, and with each new skill learned, it's almost shaped to where I want to go.
Yeah.
But we're making great websites, they looked fantastic. But then the problem was there wasn't enough traffic, so that's when we sold SEO as well. But now that websites have taken a more of a back seat, and we're focusing on growing the revenue of companies instead of just, here's things that look nice and can't necessarily be tracked.
Mm. So like yeah, like and that's really big in regards to the service and your offer and the results of your offer. So before it was okay, we'll create you a great website. It's going to take you a lot of time to make that website, but yeah, we'll create a great website. And when it comes to generating traffic, the only way that you knew how was with SEO. And SEO would have been a significantly longer time to generate those results. And obviously, when it comes to online business, one thing's for certain is that the quicker you can generate results for a business owner is the better. So before, you'd create these websites that would take you at least, like a week to design, right? And then when it comes to SEO, that's going to take at least 3 to 6 months before they start seeing any results. So when you came into the program and then I gave you with the existing knowledge that you already had, the education on the paid advertising, you are now able to take that 3 to 6 months into like the first 2 weeks and, and start generating results in that initial 30 days, which is so important. And you were able to increase your prices, right?
Yeah. So increased monthly recurring revenue, because that was another thing that really sort of annoyed me, was starting from zero each month. Um,
Yeah.
with the websites, if you do it right, someone's not going to need another one for like a good year or two.
Yeah.
Um, so monthly recurring revenue was something that we were struggling with. So yeah, no, yeah, honestly, like I'm transitioning the business now to purely focusing on paid ads and sort of
Okay.
funnels, but like I say, booked appointments and things like that. So yeah, no, it's really has, like, when you think about it, the course really has changed the trajectory of where Nozzle Digital is going. Um, so yeah.
Talk to me about like the results that you've generated for your clients with paid advertising and with the service that you've now offered after since joining the program.
Yeah, sure. So we've pretty much gone into companies that have been like, well, three people. One of our best case studies is we went into a company. They had three pretty much like they were the founders there, and they were running all the tasks. And we went in, and then they had to quickly employ 3 salespeople, generating over 100 leads a month, and they got to 6 figures within 90 days.
Well, so okay, so you started working together, and then you turned that company into a six-figure brand in 90 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's sick, man. That's yeah. So
So
you
yeah,
and you're now working on collecting a case study from them now.
yeah, that's right. So, yeah, no, it's all going really well, and it sort of really opened up my eyes to what's possible, really. So yeah.
Indeed. And you were able to, you and your girlfriend just got back from a trip in Southeast Asia, right? How was that?
Yeah, no, that was really good. I started, um, so yeah, started all of this journey probably about 5 years ago now, and that was
Mm,
always sort of top of the list, and that's sort of where I wanted to be. So yeah, I mean, it all came true. But yeah, I've built out a team as well, so pretty much most tasks were handled. I was just running calls, keeping things running smoothly. And yeah, really enjoyed. It was 2 months we were away, and my work days changed from 10 hours a day to like 10 hours a week,
yeah.
and everything's still standing. So it was really, really good.
Nice. So yeah, you were able to, learn a brand new service, revolutionize the speed to which that you deliver results, actually deliver results and turn that company into a six-figure brand, live out the dream of you and your girlfriend being able to efficiently and effortlessly travel around Southeast Asia, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like you've definitely learned, would you say that you've learned a lot from this program and that has benefited you and helped you in all of those, achieving all of those things?
Absolutely. So I don't really, well, I'll always give credit where credit's due. Jamie's sort of way of teaching is very to the point. He holds accountability very well. And it's great whether you're a new starter or someone who has already been within the space to just be a part of it. Um, you know, I would recommend it to everyone, absolutely. Um, yeah, this service alone has easily added over £10,000 into the business. Um, and how much is it, Jamie?
Pardon?
How much was it?
Like
The
when you
course?
first joined, the initial investment that you spent was 900 to get involved.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's that? A 10x ROI at least,
Yeah,
within like 3 months. No, more than that. But yeah, even so, it's irrelevant. It pays itself. You just got to do the work.
indeed. You just got to do the work. And your outreach, you were able to like gain knowledge about outreach as well, and then add your own spin on it. So your outreach method generates you with really good results, right, with the email.
Yeah, that's right. So um that's another thing I'm really big on. Instead of like copy and pasting, a lot of people out there will just sort of give you, here's a cookie cutter copy and paste. And unfortunately, it only works so long until it's saturated. Whereas what Jamie really pushes is the fundamentals of why things are important. And it really allows you to build your own framework around them. So I really like that. And that's sort of that again, that's what I was looking for. Just it sounds weird, but like old-fashioned education that's to the point instead of just clickbait what you want to hear that
Yeah,
doesn't work. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
respect.
And how much were you making before you joined the program on average?
Uh, it was very hit and miss. Probably a few grand a month, whereas it's probably easily over five now. But that's
Yeah.
sort of scaling back things in preparation for another big push. So the goal is 10K by the end of the year, which should be easily doable.
All right, Joe. Well, I'll see you when I'm back in the UK in August. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And if there is anyone who's like watching this video and is in the same position that you were in, making a couple grand online, or maybe they're at zero and they're on the fence about joining my program, like what would you say to that person that's on the fence from your experience?
I think it's always easier in hindsight because you've already experienced it. But for someone who's like on the fence or someone who has any hesitation, I'd just say bite the bullet. Everything works if you do. There's no such thing as like bad information. You just gotta, you can't blame someone else, or you just gotta literally follow it to a T and you'll see the results.
Indeed. All right.